Hey spell slingers, ThatsBatz here. Welcome to the arena. Today we're going to take a look at Midweek Magic Alchemy and see if we can find a fun deck to play and make it through the event. We're going to be looking at a homebrew tokens deck that is similar to Jund Treasures. So let's take a look and see how it goes here. First, let's look at the creature cards to try to understand the main premise of the deck. There are a lot of combos in this deck that can go off, and you want to make sure you kind of know all the possible interactions, right? Most of the combos are based around this card here, Grinning Ignus, which can enter the battlefield. You can pay a red mana and return it to your hand to generate more mana. Technically, it breaks even. However, with some little tricks, you can actually make it get ahead on mana and create infinite mana or infinite creatures, which is where most of the time we get our combos from. So let's take a look at the other cards here. So we have Racketeer Boss. Racketeer Boss lets you, it's a green and a colorless. When it enters the battlefield, you choose two cards or planeswalkers in your hand, and they perpetually gain. When you cast this spell, create a treasure token. So this spell lets you create extra treasures, and you really want to be able to target Grinning Ignus with this because when you do, it generates more mana every time you cast it, right? And because it's perpetual, it goes back into your hand, you still get the mana. If you hit it once, you hit parity, meaning you can always cast it and return it, cast it and return it, cast it and return it. So you can use that to create combos with the Devilish Valet. You can use that to create combos with Witty Roastmaster. And that'll win you the game right there, right? Also, if you can hit it with two, so you can create two treasures every time, and now you're generating infinite mana, and you can combine it with other things, such as Eiganjo Uprising. So now you can create like your 40-some tokens or 20-some tokens, however many it is you need to create. Don't forget your opponents will get them too, so you have to go more than, you have to go double what you would need, because yours will have vigilance and haste and menace. So you attack and you should just win the game outright, especially if they're tapped out. Okay, so those are a lot of the big combos here. After Racketeer Boss, we have Ropeline Attendant. Ropeline Attendant is a green and a white and makes it so whenever it enters the battlefield, cards in your hand perpetually create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. We also have Skyclave Apparition, which is just great for some removal. We have Jaxis, Jaxis the Troublemaker, which is great for copying our enter the battlefield effects. So the treasure effect, the Ropeline Attendant effect. It's also great for an extra Devilish Valet should you need it. It's great for Skyclave Apparition. Granted, keep in mind when you use it on Skyclave Apparition, it'll disappear at the end of turn, so you'll be giving them a token. But when you need to knock something powerful off the battlefield, that's a great way to do it. Other fun cards in the deck. We have Halo Fountain. It's a 2-of. We don't really need a lot of the Halo Fountain. It's really just in there for fun, but it is a really fun card. It helps you generate some creatures. It helps you draw some cards, and it can occasionally win you the game. And we have won the game with it before, which is kind of fun. Eiganjo Uprising. We've already talked about this. We have Wedding Announcement here. Wedding Announcement is obviously a well-known spell. Wedding Announcement does two really great things. It can help you draw cards, which is sometimes very, very useful, or it helps you generate creatures, which you can use as blockers, or can also be used to fuel Rabble Rousing. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck, and it's one of the reasons we built the deck. I really love this card and the power of this card. So Rabble Rousing is 4 colorless and a white, Hideaway 5. So you look at when you cast it, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, put one of the, exile it and put it under, and then when you hit 10 or more creatures on the battlefield, you may play the exile card without paying their casting cost, which is great. There are a lot of really nice targets for that in the deck. But where it really shines is every time you attack, you just attack with everything. And as long as you have, more creatures than they can block, you will always be generating more creatures than they can deal with. And when you combine it with things like Witty Roastmaster or Devilish Valet, it does some serious damage very, very, very quickly, right? So that's one of the many combos in the game again. It's a lot of fun. I really recommend trying it out. I was lucky enough to get most of the cards through the Alchemy New Capenna limited event that they did. So hopefully they do stuff like that again, so that way more people get access to these cards easily. But this deck is a lot of fun. It's worth playing, and when it goes off, it's freaking amazing. So I suggest you check it out. Before we jump into the game, don't forget to like, subscribe. It really does help. Also, maybe leave a comment telling us what your favorite Alchemy deck is, and we'll see you in the arena. All right, so we have a weak starting hand because we only have 2 lands. And we don't have any of our main starting cards, so we're going to mulligan. Hopefully we see something better here. We got a Racketeers, which is good. Grinning Ignus, which is good. Wedding announcements is great. Halo Fountain is just for fun. Let's get started. What do we throw back? It's actually the Halo Fountain probably, which is unfortunate, but that just is what it is. All right. I don't like that we have the 3 tap lands. That's going to slow us down. All right, so just some fun midweek magic. We'll see what our opponent is shaping up here with. All right. Jasper Sentinel. I see. No lands, so we're still just waiting for the ability to untap here. And then the real question is, do we go straight into the wedding announcements? We probably do. Just so we don't fall too far behind. So we're looking at some elf tribal here. Okay, so we'll go straight to wedding announcement. Racketeer Boss will be next to give the Ignus a treasure. We're not, this is what's cool about the deck, is we're not far off from one of the possible combos. If we can get another Racketeer Boss on our Grinning Ignus here, we'll be able to create enough treasures to keep popping them until we get the Devilish Valet. So basically we drop the Devilish Valet, drop the Grinning Ignus, and bam. Alright, no blocks. Now that they can all tap for mana, though, we're in trouble. Alright, so do we have white already, so green it is. We'll Racketeer Boss. I think this is where we want to go. So that way we get another treasure here. So that way we have one extra treasure to start when we do our thing next turn. Alright, so now we just need to survive. If we survive, we should be in reasonably good shape, I think. Right? And we have to be careful of removal. He could always pull a removal on us. So any kind of removal that takes out our Ignus or Valet pretty much kills the plan. Alright, so let's see what he has coming. Is he going to pump it? Because I don't think he can get in for lethal here. I didn't do the math, but I don't think it's possible. I don't remember. Does he give them trample too? I don't think so, right? Just +2/+2 and death touch. Okay. I really hope he does tap out, though. I kind of wonder if we should bait him spending a bunch of mana. Let's do exactly that. Let's bait him into spending all his mana. Because if he spends all his mana, it's pretty much game over. Alright, so he'll have 2 mana left over, which is the exact scary amount, but that's fine. Alright, so we'll Devilish Valet into Grinning Ignus here. So we create 2 treasure tokens. Pop him back for 1. Create 2 treasure tokens. And so unless he's got the elimination, he should be able to see that it's pretty much over soon here. Alright, pop him back for create more treasure tokens. Alright. We're gonna get that. Oops. I activated it 2 in a row, so it goes a little crazy when you try to activate it twice in a row. So I have to activate it and not activate it again. I have to hit the auto pay. Alright. So yeah, when it was telling me there's not enough, it's because if you click it twice in a row, it tries to activate it twice. Alright, so let's pop it back. Alright, he sees it. He sees it. And victory number 1 under our belt. Okay. What is with these hands? We have to mulligan this because no creatures. I mean, we had the 1 creature, but all right, this is doable probably. I wish we had another land though. I think the Uprising gets tossed. We're in that situation yet again where we have to make the choice of what we're going to play first because we don't have the lands to come out of it. I think we still want the rope line Attendant first. It also sets us up to be able to get closer to the Skyclave Apparition. For the Racketeer Boss, good. So, that's a tough call because if we do this, as long as we don't get land screwed, we can get our Apparition in next turn. If we need to. You know, we can get our Apparition in when we need to. It's a bold move because now we don't have red mana, so we can't play any of our red cards, but hopefully we'll get another land that does that. Most of our lands have, you know, dual options of some kind. Alright, so we're going white here. Do we remove the adversary? I don't see a reason to quite yet, so we'll get the wedding announcement out. And then next we have the option to start drawing, because that's the beauty of wedding announcement is if you decide to attack, you don't get your extra guy, but you can draw. So if we need the card, we can get the card. He does nothing. I think we just do another wedding announcement. We won't attack. Well, actually, we will. We should try to get a land, right? So turn after next. All right. So turn after next. We can. What? Turn after next. What? Where's my thoughts going? They're just gone. Ugh. Oh, he's got wedding announcements too. Oh, here we go. Things are getting spicy. We're going to get a lot of creatures here. All right, that's a part of our combo. In fact, as soon as we get another piece, we're in excellent shape because we have the two Racketeers now. So we'll do this first. We're going to eventually have to remove that. So I think we do that now. We put that on. I mean, obviously not this turn, but we set it up for that now. Okay, there's no need to attack. We'll take the creatures instead. One flips. All our creatures are bigger. We also can just rabble rousing, which is pretty freaking fun. Okay, Xander's Wake. Double Xander's Wake. Nice. All right. So let's get this out with the red mana. I think what we want to do is... Do we want to rabble rouse? Is that the best way to do this? We'll rabble rouse. It's just such a good card. So we can have some rabble rousing fun here. We'll grab a Devilish Valet. We'll attack with everything. We'll cast the Devilish Valet. So this is where the deck really shines. He'll probably have removal for that, but it is super duper fun to be able to do that. And next turn, that Devilish Valet is going to be very large. We also can still remove it, and this will give us a treasure token and a whatever. We also can go infinite with this guy as of next turn if we want, meaning we can make the Devilish Valet as big as we need to, but we don't even need to because the rabble rousing will take care of that for us, which is freaking awesome. All right, so he's in trouble basically no matter what he does at this point. All right, so now our guys are 3/3s, and imagine his health or his body doubling when it's a 3/3. So he's going to meet Hook Massacre everything. Give him the, what do we give him? The nice. All right. So what do we do here? We can just Ingus it in. Is that what we do at this point? Probably, right? So let's play this. And we'll put it on this guy too, I guess. All right. So it's still just game over. So that's why I said when you have the multiple combo pieces, it doesn't matter. So that's the thing, is there's a lot of ways to assemble the combo, so. Okay, so what pieces do we have here? Not the pieces we need, so we are going to mulligan. That's a little better. We'll keep 6. We'll throw back the apparition just because it's not our ability to cast it right now. Well, we'll start with this piece here because again, don't have a turn 1 play anyway, so it doesn't matter. Hot shot mechanic. Oh, okay. Well, we have one of our pieces, one of our important pieces. What color do we want? We probably want more red than green, but we're gonna have a red in a second, right? That's a red white. So yeah, we'll do green again. Green. All right. There we go. Get this in, and then we're really just looking for, you know what? Fine. Do I let that die? All right. Creatures don't really matter to me. It's better that I keep him, you know, on guard here. All right, so this, we get a Racketeer. We need a second combo piece, though. I mean, we can make infinite mana and treasures now. Well, I guess that means we win, doesn't it? Next turn, because it's going to be a pain in the butt, but we can win with a Eiganjo Uprising and infinite treasures. Next end turn. See, like I said, the combos off of this are just huge, right? There's so many variations of how you can win this, and he just tapped out, so that's game over. Now, to do this, we need to do it for like 40 plus his attacking creatures, so like 44. That's going to be really annoying for me and the opponent, but it will work. All right, so he attacked. We're not going to block the Ronin. That just seems silly. But he's tapped out, so it's going to take a little while, but it is technically game over. All right, so does color matter here? I don't think it does, but we'll do white just to be safe. So I believe he's making 2 every time, which is awesome. We pull him up now. Got a single tap. Oops, no. Holy crap, I clicked through it by accident. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we'll just do this anyway. Auto pay. Can't believe I clicked through it by accident. So we're just going to make a lot of treasures now. I guess that's what you have to be really careful about when using this. You have to click properly every time. These are mistakes that do not happen in paper. So if you don't get your clicks exactly right. Well, hopefully he can't win next turn. He just quit. Okay. We were going to win anyway, so we should have won that turn anyway. We're going to say we just win and didn't hit the pass button. But we would have won next turn because I don't think he could have delivered the damage he needed to in that turn, and the Uprising would have killed him. All right, so before we claim our prize here, what's also funny about the deck is, as we just saw from that combo, you can actually bluff. Yeah, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but you can, right? So if you didn't get your last combo piece and you just start making massive treasures, they assume something's coming, and sometimes they just don't want to stick around for it. So it is an interesting bluff. One that doesn't work in paper the same way, because you would just say, okay, I'm going to do this so many times and create this many treasures, and you move on. Here, doesn't work that way, right? They have to sit through you creating the treasure. So a lot of opponents don't like sticking around for that. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. I'm just saying it is technically an option in competitive play. Let's claim our prize. Let's see what we got here. We've got Selva, the Ice Shaper. Thanks everybody for sticking around and checking out our video. I hope you enjoyed us taking on the Midweek Magic Alchemy event with our homebrew tokens deck. Please like, subscribe, and consider leaving a comment. Maybe tell us what your favorite alchemy deck is. All that stuff really does help out the channel, and we really appreciate it as we're still growing. So we will see you next time. Have a great day.